I'm David Volk for Chin Music. We go in the way past machine today for Is Your Coworker the Fancy Pants Grey Poupon type? Look for these signs of pretentiousness, darling. There, children. It is time for David to impart more wisdom to you about the types of people you might want to avoid in your office. No, I'm not speaking about the little people and the great unwashed masses as a whole. You should always steer clear of them as a matter of course. Instead, I'm talking about those pretenders to the throne, those people who think they're better than you and me. Well, at least me, anyway. Those people who think their emanations are not odoriferous. Oh, I can't even stand writing this way, much less contemplate folks who talk this way on a regular basis. I'm speaking, of course, about pretentious people. Here's how to spot them at 15 paces and walk away before they get too close. 1. They prefer things that are fancier and more complicated than necessary. You know, like Dijon ketchup or artisanal tartar sauce. Stone ground relish, anyone? And if it's from pickled tomatoes, so much the better. 2, they wear suspenders and lots of flair in a conservative button-down office setting. Because rainbow suspenders not only go with everything, they also label the wearer as an iconoclast. Whatever the hell that is. Or it makes them look like Robin Williams as Mork from Ork. Yes, we know that's a reference to a television show from the 1970s, but the shows were so much better then, even if the fashion wasn't. 3, it's not that they look down on others, it's that they just don't notice or acknowledge them, unless they're rich. Poor people need not apply to talk to them, nor the middle class, but watch them scrape and bow if they accidentally mistake someone who's rich for being middle class based on what they're wearing, especially as if the person is richer than they are. 4, they have long over loud conversations on the phone that feature lots of cackling, the use of such phrases as darling and dear, that's dear to you and me, and have friends named PJ and Squee. Okay, first, we admit the last part is an old joke dating back to the Brett Kavanaugh confirmation hearings. Even so, we don't know anyone that is that dear, and cackling should be grounds for dismissal. 5, they love to dramatically mispronounce words like theater, which proves you don't have to be rich to be pretentious. You can also be a poor, starving liberal arts student or a member of the school's theater program. 6, they name drop the names of supposedly famous people you've never heard of, then sneer at you for not knowing them. You know, like Biancika or Ivania. 7, they talk about how they know all the best people and do all the best things. Fortunately, we don't know anyone like that, nor have we ever. This person? Never heard of him. He claims to have ruled some country, darling, but he simply looks like someone with low intelligence who must have run some low energy place we've never heard of. Isn't that right, Boopsie? 8, they enjoy talking about how a popular singer used to be better before everyone else discovered how good they are. They loved the lo-fis and the dynamic duo before they became the presidents of the United States of America, and they were big on all-time quarterback before everybody was singing the praises of Death Cab for Cutie. 9, they accuse performers of selling out when they suddenly become famous after years of starving and laboring in obscurity. Sure, there are those incidents like that unfortunate time when Chuck Mangione released the song Diana D, and the time when Jefferson Airplane became Jefferson Starship. We wrote this ditty to make big bucks. But, generally speaking, those artists aren't selling out. They're buying in. I think this is 10. It could be 11. I don't know. That weird piece of trash in their cubicle is actually a work of art. Supposedly. And 12, or 10, or 11, I don't know. They go to dive bars and hole-in-the-wall restaurants and order decaf herbal tea. You know who you are. I've been David Volk. This is Chin Music.